since that was such a short gap, we won't have to do another ad at the top of the stream, but we're just going to give it a moment, folks, to see what capitalism has in store for us, I'm afraid. Hang on. Refresh that page.
So yeah, it's been a good week in space. Literally, it's been a good week in space.
It's been a very good week in space. It's apparently my 63-month sub anniversary. There we go.
Hooray, congratulations.
There we go. Yay, that's one of the reasons we keep Prime, is it?
By the way, Artemis 2 was the crew rating trip for the capsule.
Mm-hmm.
They cleared this thing for use in space by driving it around the moon.
I mean, that's right.
Artemis 3 is low Earth orbit. Artemis 4 supposedly is moon again.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody check with Tom Hanks, see how he's doing.
How you doing, Tom?
Folks, unfortunately, the game Twitch is going to force us to run another ad in a couple of minutes, in about 30 seconds here. So we've loaded the game and it hasn't crashed. Hooray. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes just kind of looking through my notes and remembering where we are. I made a map of the gun deck hammocks, and I have some space on here to start writing characteristics about various people.
She made a chart last time.
I made a chart! So...
We are graphing this shit now.
Exactly.
Serious business.
Exactly. Alright, everybody just remember that, I think it's gonna... Well... It says ad starts in 25 minutes, so maybe it's not gonna have to run an ad again.
So maybe... Just maybe.
Just maybe we're good to go?
This time.
Well, we're at the point now, Wendy, you, I will bring my notebook, or you will come visit, and I will show you my blueprints notes. They are the scribblings and mathematical equations of a mad woman. I filled oh my god, yeah, okay, hang on. These are my blueprints notes. They have multiple, little clippies on them, so I can refer back to them at specific locations. Yeah, scribblings of a madwoman, for sure. Okay, wait. Where is... Alright, there we go. There is my map.
150 hours, Imogen.
Yeah, I'm over 150 hours now.
She's finished it 4 times.
I've found 3 different quote endings, unquote. I'm not done yet. And I keep finding new things and having things change, so I'm just gonna keep playing. Okay, is now the ad running? Alright, cool. Oh no, don't be put off, the ad,
Yeah, you just slide right into it.
Ads are running, so...
The red string just manifests.
The red string just manifests.
It feels nice tying it to a wall.
Right, so where's the notebook? Here's the notebook. Yeah, I take notes for most games that I play, yes. Let's go to the end of the book. This is our current level of progress. It's interesting that there's that grayed out area.
I've been thinking about that grayed out area every time we come here.
Can you count 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I make it 42.
Yep, me too. Okay. So we're at 42 out of... Yeah, we won't start playing.
42 out of 60, I think.
Out of 60, correct. If we go to the crew manifest, there are... 60 entries here. Alright, we've got about a minute left of the ads according to us. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 18 unidentified people. But we also know that the game has told us that I've got no ads and I'm not subscribed. That's great! Keep that
amazing.
Well, I mean, it'd be nice if you followed. We'd love to have you join us. Did you know that on the Charlotte, one of the flagships in the first fleet carrying convicts to Australia from England, there was a dude running a coin counterfeiting ring in the hold? Oh, I'm not surprised. Now, we do know that there are some people in this hidden chapter, the chapter that we're not going to be able to do anything about right now. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts of that. So we don't know if that means there are 5 people we don't get to understand the fates of. But did we add up all of the chapters previously? Didn't we? There's, okay, 2. I'm gonna write this down next time. Count. 1 second. Because I'll probably do this every week, and I just want to remember it. So there's 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 2, 2, 3, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 16. That's 46. I don't know about the bargain. 56. Yeah, 60. There's 60 deaths or missings in total that we have to account for. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Like, what are they going to do? Deport him? Exactly. He did get executed about 2 weeks after they landed, but not for the coin counterfeiting. Also, I'm confused as to why he bothered, since there was literally nothing to spend it on, either on the ship or in Australia, which had not yet been colonized, right? Lots of boredom, habits, working on his craft.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Right. So, let us return to where we are. This is the gun deck on the current vessel. I have mapped the locations and numbers of the hammocks when they were all up, so that I have it for reference. Now, if I'm remembering, no, that's the, okay, where's the map? Map. I need the map. Right, I'm currently, yeah, so 4th mate, 2nd mate, bosuns, and bosun's mate, stewards and midshipmen, right? So these areas here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, had hammocks for 24 crew. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Content notes time. Thank you for that. Okay. Right. Content notes for the Return of the Obra Dinn. Basically, mild sex and nudity, moderate violence and gore, moderate profanity, mild alcohol, drugs, and smoking, frightening and intense scenes, non-sexual nudity. Characters die in a variety of unpleasant ways. These deaths are not seen in their entirety, but we hear audio that leads to a character's death and that explore a frozen scene of the instant they died. These scenes can be gruesome, with blood and gore being frequent. That is correct. So, we currently have 18 people we need to identify the fates of. And if I remember correctly about where we left off, we're on, like, the Doom Part 5, I want to say. Part 4, yeah, okay, so this is where we're at right now. The Doom. We've identified poor Lars. and the artist. And we think we've identified this individual. And we haven't identified this person who was blasted by a cannon at part 4. This is part 5, where we've got the Stewart's mate. And then I think we were here. Part 5, according to my note from last week. Appreciate it. Okay, so this is where we're about to lose the third mate, Stewart. But I'm going to go back one, because we don't know this person yet, and I want to see if we can identify anything more about him. So right up in the corner against the bosun's mate's cabin. All right. Bosun's mate's cabin is here. So right up in the corner. I think it's my friend here. Let's redo this one. Part 4. Excellent. We have some terrible crushing and then a horrific explosion.
I mean, this is a game full of gnarly death, but this poor motherfucker might get it worse than everybody.
Yeah, and what I was trying to get a look at is, does he have any tattoos? He doesn't have rolled up sleeves.
He has slightly unusual clothing in that it's all dark and long sleeved.
I think we've identified this this is the gunner.
Yeah.
He's got the long sleeves. But we don't know about the other person here. Is it him? No, that's another body, it says. See, when we do the whole "who are you" thing, which one is it? L2, R2? Is there someone else in this scene that we can zoom in on to remind Marguerite of the controls? Alright, yeah, here we go. That is Beanie Bastard. This is another unidentified sailor. He has rolled up sleeves. Do you have a tattoo? I don't see a tattoo. Does anybody else on his... It would be on a forearm. I don't see a tattoo. I think we've identified this sailor. Yes, we have. He's got a scar on his head? Let's see. Does he now? Oh, does he? Is that a scar or is that lighting or debris?
That looks like a scar.
Have we identified you? Yes, this is Lewis Walker. Okay, so we've already identified him. That's fine. Yeah, he's one of the last men standing, remember? Yeah. He's birth 42. In fact, if you'll give me a second. Hey, Rubesco. I want to do something really quick. I want to go to the book. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can. What I'm just going to do really quick, folks, if you'll give me a second, I didn't think to do this. I want to, in my map of the bunks, I want to cross off everyone I've had identified. Okay, so 42, done. 43, done. 44, done. 45, yep. 46, 47. 46, 47, they're all identified. 48, we think we've identified, but we don't know about his fate yet. So 49, I'm just updating my list. 50, what other people I'm missing? But you're identified. 51, yep. 52, we're still working on. 53, 54. Okay. And then 55, we don't know. 56, we know. 57, no. 38. And then 59 and 59. I don't know. And 60. 60 I didn't find a bunk for. Right, he's the guy who got crushed. They never hung up his bunk. 52. Okay, so hang on, there's a couple in the 30s as well. 36, we don't know. 37, we don't know. 38, we don't know. Okay, so we've got less of these to finally identify than I thought. I could make a sub list, but I'm streaming, so I'll do it later. I'll rewrite my notes when I'm done. Okay, so this is where we're at. So what I want to do is I want to identify this guy's body in the scene, right? Because the book says we got 2 people blasted by a cannon. But there's only, this guy gets blasted by the cannon for sure. Where is the other body here? Because this seems to be a body of another scene. Where is the second body in this scene? Is it inside the cabin? I can't open this door. This poor guy. Did somebody get blown out of the vessel?
I think they might have done.
I can't tell.
Hey Lex, how you doing?
What I'm going to try doing is running this one now. This is an earlier body. Right? He gets crushed for sure. And then this cannon goes off. Yeah, see, here's our man. There. There are 2 bodies here when the gun goes off. When the cannon goes off, there are 2 bodies, 2 guys here. This is the gunner, right? And then there's this guy as well. Which makes me think they just become such a fine red mist. Yes, it is in fact a tentacle. That is correct. Alright. So let's go back to part 4 again. Because this whole wall gets obliterated. I wonder if we're supposed to guess if this guy gets thrown out of the ship. Not sure. Yeah, see, they're getting ready to fire. They're moving this cannon into position. And then over here, the tentacle grabs. Yeah, he does have a very Captain Picard hairstyle, doesn't he?
Make it
long sleeves, though. No tattoos, right? Okay, so...
We've spotted the hat there, yeah?
That's the gunner. It's the gunner's hat, the guy in front. See, he gets grabbed, and then this gun goes off, and, yeah, see, the fuse is lit. He's been crushed. Then this gun goes off, and these 2, at least this guy, gets turned into a...
I think we might
fine
be
red mist.
Stage,
we are kind of at the... certainly looking at clothing stage. Alright. Okay, where's the exit? Where's my exit? There's my exit. I'm trying to hold down the run button in Blueprints, and it's not working. Right? So, and then there's this body, but there's just so this is the body of the man we've just watched, part 3. This is the body of that second later when the gun goes off.
Return of the Shubra Dinn. I love it.
But there's a missing body. I don't think... Blasted with a cannon. Yeah, I think that's what happened to him. We don't know who he is, but, he's no longer... Yeah, it says corpses, plural. So I think this, amalgamated paste may be what became of those two people. And then I do want to double check. This is the bosun's mate's cabin real quick. I didn't think there was a body in here. I just want to double check. Correct. There's just another gun. What a horrible thing to have to share a cabin with. Yeah, scoot over. You have to rack with a cannon. Okay, fine. Okay. Look, when I'm boasting, I want a gun in my bedroom too. I mean, fair enough. Okay. So we saw what happened to those two guys. The gun went off, and they are... I'm assuming they shared the same fate, but we just don't have enough information to identify this person yet, as the game itself admits. Alright, so now we're gonna move... around to the other side. To where this poor sod dies. So this is part 5.
The Doom.
The Doom.
Sir, loose the cannon! She's nearly over! Watch your flank!
Yeah, so that cannon is loose, and it moves, and it gets him. He's crushed by a cannon. This death has been confirmed, but we're trying to follow the action of the scene. So we've already seen he died. This pile of goo occurred. He's moved now. We've already identified him. He's checking to see if these people are alive. And, no. No, they are not. And then...
This ship is terrible.
This is the third mate, isn't it? He's the guy who escapes. Because this is his steward.
Ooh, Wendy, that's a good point.
There's goo on the wall in the
Do we have an aerosolized corpse, basically?
Goo on the wall. Oh.
My man here.
Over here? So this is the guy who got shot by the cannon. I think it's just supposed to be blood splay. Aerosolized corpse is wild, right? Hey Brie, how's it going? Absolutely. Welcome to the Obra, an aerosolized corpse indeed. And see, as we can see, the tentacles are still outside. One body. I mean, honestly, we could make a guess about this guy, about how he died, but the problem is we still don't know who he is, so I'm not really interested in futzing around with that until we figured out what happened. So Roderick here, the third mate's steward, has been crushed by a cannon. Here's the third mate, unfortunately, witnessing that happening. What else is happening? Look at the angle of the ship, folks.
She's heeling over, yeah.
See? Look at it.
There's a larger thing here, which that really kind of brings into relief. Why isn't everyone dead? Why is the ship home? What did the captain do?
Yeah, I know. I think that's going to be the bargain chapter. So this looks like two of the midshipmen. Yep. This is Peter and Thomas. I think what happens next is next we go up on the main deck, right? And then, unfortunately, these two are about to meet terrible tentacled doom. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else going on in here. This is the galley, and things are flying because we're rolling, and there's nothing in here anymore. Alright. I think one of the ways we might be able to identify who the second pile of goo was. Yeah, thank you, Wendy. Appreciate that you putting the content notes up there. Again, we hear audio leading up to a cause of death, and then we see the death scene. Are you a ghost at the scenario as the player? It's unclear what the mechanic is. It seems that we have... Here, let me show you. So we're done with this scene. Yeah, it may be a Mind Palace situation, because this is us. We are like an insurance investigator. We've been sent with this book, which came from Henry Evans, the third mate who escapes.
Still good, Imogen. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely. The ship is returned. I want to tell you this strange tale. Failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Failing health? We know he's still alive, though. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter and return the book to me, and then the bargain chapter will unlock. Yeah. Have we entered where he is here? He makes reference to you've got to return the book to Morocco. So what we've guessed for him... let's go to the crew. This is Henry Evans. Or
both.
Henry Evans, the surgeon. We've guessed and completely confirmed that he is alive in Africa. Yes. He escapes. Right. So, this is the third mate's steward being crushed by a cannon, and then the next scene seems to be... I don't remember when you die. Who are you? Hang on, we'll come back. The next scene shows those two midshipmen coming down from the top.
How Henry Evans. Time, by the way?
Huh?
How are we on time?
We're doing fine. We've got another... glare. 9 minutes before an ad break. Which corpse is this? I don't remember this.
Whose dead man's is this?
Whose dead man's is this? What dead man's are you? You're from Soldiers of the Sea. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. You got spiked by the previous scene. Okay, we went through this already. With these horrible, horrible monster creature things. Alright. Whose horse is this? Who's this? How do I get out of here? We can't let company know we died. How do I get out of here? There we go. There's my exit. They seem to be some sort of gigantic man-rideable crabs. Yes, they're horrible. Okay, so following the action of the scene, then I think we go back up to the deck. Soldiers of the Sea is what we did previously. We're here now. Location of the corpse. To my left. Over here. This seems to be where he dies. Right? Is this correct? Let's double check. Yes. Alright. And this is poor Peter. Here we go. Ew. Throw the powder. Okay. So, this is Thomas, and our poor little guy here. This is Peter. He's not torn apart by a terrible beast. He explodes. See?
Oh, he explodes.
He explodes. He explode. So these two came running up.
Yep.
To help. One of them gets grabbed. Let's go back to the dialogue here. Hold on. Throw the powder. Somebody tells him to do it, but it's the main this character, Peter. He doesn't speak. He's grabbed by a tentacle, and then there's an explosion. And then see how he's tangled in the rope? Yep. Okay. What else is going on up on this deck? Look at the angle of the ship compared to the door.
Oh, that's rough, man.
But now it's the other way. We're rocking.
Yeah.
Because it's the ship rocked the other direction to crush third mates. Yeah. Now, here's somebody with a sword. Here's Maba, who's got a sword. That is a hard list. Absolutely. One of the other crew referred to it as healing earlier. And then, who's this? So here's somebody who was coming up with guns. Here's the gunner's mate, who was running up carrying an armful of guns, and he and the person behind him, who I can't reach or identify. Oh, there we go. That's the fourth mate. So the fourth mate and the gunner's mate are running up with weapons, and then this explosion goes off.
OSHA, much like the Pirates Code, is more a set of guidelines.
More a set of guidelines. Yeah, that's Thomas. This is Peter. He is blasted with an explosion for sure. Blasted by an explosion. Yep. Alright, so what happens next? Oop, my laptop falls asleep. That's what happens next. Right. Okay. OSHA did. Okay. And then he gets torn apart next. Now, we gotta keep track of, there's gonna be some other people who were gonna go disappearing during this scene. And I think... yeah, some of these people we've listed as is alive on an Atlantic island because they disappeared on a previous vessel. But everybody else, meets an unknown fate. I think we have to keep an eye on where they are in the scenes to see if they get pulled overboard. So let's go back into that one more time. Right? Is anybody else up on deck right now? Or in the sails? Not that I see. Well, on an Atlantic island is our rough guess based on where they left the vessel. Because I didn't want to say a specific island. And the answer is no. There's nobody else on deck right now. But this person who's about to get killed, and these two people who are about to come up. So let's go find the next death. Flying into the water on the opposite side from Splody Lad. Somebody's flying into the water. Oh, well spotted!
Oh, Virtus.
Who are you?
It's
okay.
This guy.
You. What are we gonna put for him? Drowned?
Drowned.
Drowned by a beast?
Drowned by this sea.
Yes! 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 The dopamine music is the best music in the entire game. All right, there we go. Well spotted, everyone.
Good job, guys.
Okay. And that was number 40.
We're at 45 out of 60.
45 out of 60. Okay. All right. Drowned by a terrible beast. Okay. I have a feeling drowned by a terrible beast is going to be what happens to the rest of these unknown fates. I know. But the beast caused the situation, etc., etc. That's 75%. Exactly. This poor guy just whoop, disappears off the side in one scene.
I choose to believe his last thought is, beans.
Right? And that's what we got to keep a lookout for the rest of these doom scenes.
Stuff like this.
A couple of other people who are just going to go missing.
It's the same energy as the purser hiding in his cabin during the crab fight.
Exactly. These are probably all topmen in the sails who are going to get shaken off because of the motion of the vessel.
Poor
Everything
guy.
happens to Omid.
Do you want a refill?
Yes, and this is an excellent place for an ad break, folks. So, why don't you all have a stretch and a wiggle while Alistair refills my coffee, and we'll be right back. A warm-up would be perfect, thank you.
Warm-up, a toast, English toast.
I'll eat after the stream. I'm very focused right now.
Okay.
We're at 45. I'm just going to do a little bit of paperwork while we're here and see if I can... The 3 new people who have been identified, I'm going to check them off against my list of bunks. His name was Omid, right? He was bunk 36. Okay. And then we identified, I think, the last of the midshipmen. Yes, all 3 of the midshipmen have now been identified. Yes, Scotland absolutely spotted. There are Scottish folks on here, and an Irish. The butcher, I believe, was Irish as well. I don't remember the third person that we identified, but that's okay. We're getting there. The helmsman. Yeah, we still haven't found the helmsman. We know what he looks like. But he's a good candidate for when we come back. We have no guess about the bosun's mate yet. You think he's disappeared as well? I think... But we'll come back to it. Okay. Alright. So that was... Oops! Sorry, I think I reran the scene, everybody. Let me exit out of this again. So yeah, we gotta be real careful about checking horizons for people flying. Alright. Now, let me find... Nope. Stay away from the bodies when we look at the book. The next one was... him. So... on the other side. To the left... over here. To you, maybe? Yeah. This, partial corpse, I'm afraid, may very well be our friend who gets torn apart. There we go. That'll be the next one we take a look at. Alright. Still have not found Mr. Mom on Tattoo yet. We'll have to keep an eye out. Okay. Thank you for my coffee refill. Might be. Alright, yeah, because I believe that individual's cause of death is he's torn apart. So, the fact that we're about to find... Yep.
Literally.
Yeah. Torn apart indeed. Torn apart indeed. Okay, so we've already identified him, but let's look around, because that's important too. So, who are you? He's an unknown sailor who's up here on the deck right now. Here's another... We think we know who this sailor is, but we don't know how he dies. All right, these look like they're top men who are getting down out of the ladder, out of the ropes. What's he holding?
That's a cleaver.
It looks like a bottle.
Hey there, Almighty Pluto. How are you?
He looks like he's holding a bottle and he's staring up at something. Look. What is he staring up at? I don't know. Right? That's my thinking. Is he about to Molotov? Here's another somebody with a spear. Look, there goes one of the boats. Oh, look!
There's 3 people in it.
There's 3 people in the boat.
Are there 3 people in the boat, or is that... Do we want to take a punt on if we've got 3 top men that we have named but we don't have cause of death?
That they just fell?
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like he's grabbed... Look, and there's a spear thrown from somebody. And these... Hold on. So...
All right.
This is the bosun.
So Clastil is being thrown a rifle.
By... the gunner's mate. Okay. I don't... Chronologically, who got into a boat recently? Hang on, let's look at the book. Hold on.
I'm not sure anyone did.
Hang on. We're in the Doom, right?
Yeah.
And before the Doom, there's this attack with the soldiers downstairs, right? Because the storm happens. And then before that, crushed by falling car. They're bringing the... Wait. Weren't there a couple of people who got away on a boat? Well, it was Nichols he left and then he came back.
My skepticism is I don't understand why people would be on a boat in a storm, and I was under the impression that the Nichols situation happens after the octopus, but that might be me.
No, the Nichols situation happens first, because then they bring the shell and the mermaids back on board, then the crab attacks, then the kraken attack. And this is where we are now. So, this is one of the Russians. To get out of Dodge before things get worse? Quite possibly. I wish there was any way to identify, because that looks a little tiny bit like the purser.
I take it they're too far away to get the death read on.
There's another way to do this. Because there are 12 people in this scene, so let's count everybody else. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there are the 3 overboard. How many people are there seen? There are 12 people in this scene. Where are the other 2? There's one. That's one of the top men. He lives. Is that what he's looking at? No. Have a good one, Ducky. Let's see if we can identify the 12th person in the scene. Because then by process of elimination, it'll tell us who those other 3 people are. There's one. Okay. Yeah, we've identified 45. We don't know exactly if we're going to... I don't know how many we have to identify outside of the bargain is the problem. So there's one other person in this scene we need to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on, let me start my count again. Okay, so my man there. Oh, here's somebody. Okay, hold on. Let's try again. Guy with the bottle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all right.
Are we counting Mabu in the tentacle?
Yeah. Okay, so hang on a second. Who are you? You're the 4th mate? You're a midshipman. You're the gunner's mate. You're the bosun, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yep. Bosun. You're the 3rd mate. We don't know you, but you live. That's the guy who just died.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know this guy. But we know he's a topman. And he's still alive. And we know this guy's a topman. And he just came down. So, now, let's go to the others present in the scene. Right? We saw him. Peters. It is! It's the people who were away in the boat!
Yep.
It's Peters and this guy. Okay, so that is, and the purser. So they are not alive in an Atlantic Ocean. They died. They were drowned by beasts. Okay, so let's go back to you were drowned by a beast. You were drowned by a beast. Drowned by a beast, and then the purser. And if I'm right, this will trigger another dopamine. Because it's another 3. Yes! All right. All right. That is 48. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I love that dopamine piece of music so much. Folks, I have it on my phone. I have it on my phone as I've done a hard thing. Ta-da! All right, amazing progress. Amazing. Okay, so we were right here. We watched him die. And then we watched the other boat that tried to get away. They all got capsized. All right. So, we've got this guy with a spear. This guy with a Molotov. He came down from the rigging. We got a bunch of officers taking cover and making shots. Okay, great. Great. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Let's see what happens next. Okay. So, what's the next body in this scene? Is now she gets crushed. It's the wife. And her corpse is in the captain's cabin. But her scene takes place out here. So we got to go back to her corpse. Which is on the other side, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Can we go through here? No. It's around this way. Captain's cabin is here. This is her corpse. Okay, so she wants her husband.
Yeah.
He's missing. He's below deck. And Martin knows it.
Is this where he's doing... Jesus, does she die because she goes looking for him when he's bargaining for their lives? Yeah.
So let's go back to the list. Martin is her brother, right? Because where's Abigail? She's Hoskett Witterell. Hoskett. She's calling for Martin. Where's my husband? He's below deck. So Martin knows.
Yeah.
Martin knows the captain's doing something below deck. And then it costs the captain's wife her life. Yeah, see? There he is. That's the third mate. That's Martin. And there's Abigail she gets hit. Yeah. She gets crushed by rigging. But look, the sky's lighter now. Or is that just a wave of water? Oh my god, that is a giant wave of water. Okay. So, all well and good. He's been knocked free. She's been knocked... She dies. This is what kills her. This guy, again, stabbing the tentacle. This is the bosun. He's been attacked here, because if I remember correctly, the next scene is he dies below deck,
yep.
Right? And that's what causes the mutiny. He's being attacked and harmed by this thing. And there's Mamba's sword stuck in it. Yeah, he's still got his hat, right? Well done. So here's water slopping over the sides. That's Mamba who's dead. Who's this?
Marking his
Lewis.
head. Yeah.
Say again?
Scar. Just noticed it.
Yeah, we've identified him. He's one of the last people standing on this ship. There's her being hit, him being fallen. Who else is up here? That's the gunner's mate who's shooting. Oh, who's this? Somebody else is being dragged off. That's the helmsman. Okay, well, he's about to drown. Isn't he?
Yeah. Drowned by a terrible beast.
Because he's about to be dragged off.
Yep. No one's in the rigging at this point, right?
That's the first mate steward.
Oh, hello.
And two of the other female passengers, and then I think this is when the three of them make for the ship, for a boat, isn't it? All right, who else is up and in the rigging? And let's see, hang on. Let's go to this scene and see who else is in it. Yeah. Because this is the doom, and then the escape happens. Right, this is the last scene of the doom. So here we go. Here's the helmsman. Okay, where are these two people? He's still there. He's still there attacking with a spear. Where is this guy?
Yeah.
He's getting pulled off. I know. Not actual cause of death. That's the two women and the first, I think this is the first mate steward. Yep. Great. That's Paul. They're the ones who try to leave next. Where is that other topman? We gotta find him. Is this him?
That's Lewis.
No, that's Lewis. Where is he? There he is. See, he's being grabbed.
So is he also about to be drowned?
Yeah, he's also about to be drowned, is my guess. Drowned by beast. Okay, so we need one more, so that if we're right, that's another grouping of 3. But these two people. So let's go back to the end of chapter. Drowned by a beast. Drowned by a beast. This guy, big guy, isn't he over here with the spear? This is him, right? Says he's about to meet an unknown fate. He's stabbed the tentacle.
He's bald and he has a striped long sleeve top, so he's fairly distinctive.
Yeah.
Do you want to run this along to the next part and see where he is?
This is the last part of the chapter.
Oh, okay.
Stripey shirt guy's actually a mystery, because what happens to him right now?
Do you want to take a punt on him being dragged off and drowned? The problem being we don't know who he is right now.
But he is the only bald guy with a stripy shirt, isn't he? We don't know who he is.
Can we process of elimination him?
I think he's a good candidate for chasing his memories. Because, let's go back to the book. He's listed as a disappearance. He's listed as disappearing, but he's right there in the doom.
Occam's razoring it says he gets dragged off and drowned.
Right? So then what we should do, let's go and follow his individual memories then. He disappeared in the doom, is what it says. Show memories on the deck map. Okay. Right, part 5 with the captives, part 7 the doom, part 8 the doom. And that's the... That's unfortunately it shows us the location of the corpse, not of him. Soldiers of the sea, soldiers of the sea, soldiers of the sea, loose cargo, loose cargo. Okay, so something happens to him. I'm wondering if it's since he's holding on to the spear that the tentacle is holding on to. Let's guess. Let's go ahead and guess that he's drowned by the beast. That's not correct.
How can we tell?
Because we had 3.
We don't
it could be correct, but we don't know who he is yet. Greg has brought me a tea and wants me to tell Obra that he's been using Elevate and he has a 100 streak. I do not know what it means, but it sounds impressive. Very well done, Greg.
Bree had a very interesting point.
Wait, where's the guy with the gun pointing it? Maybe he misses and kills him. Okay. But then normally we'd have a corpse. So there's a lantern flying. He's flying. This guy is shooting at the beast. There's no other guns pointed in his direction. But we don't know who he is yet. So even if he is drowned by a beast, that could be why he's not identified. All we know about him... The problem isn't, I think, the cause of death. The problem is that we don't know who he is. He's either George Shirley. We know he's not one of the top men because we've identified all of the top men. So how about this? I'm going to guess. Nope. Is he from Sierra Leone? Yeah. Unfortunately... Maybe he's Timothy? No, don't know. My guess is that he's George Shirley because that matches. Maybe he's not the bosun's mate. We've already identified the bosun's mate, haven't we? Hold on a second. Haven't we already identified the bosun's mate?
He's got a stripy shirt, says Imogen.
Yeah. That could mean he's French. I get it. And he's right here with the bosun.
Yeah. Let's try it.
Yes! Yes!
Charles Minor, Finley Dalton, and Whaley. Xenophobia for the win!
So what is that up to? 52?
52.
All right.
Wait a second. 52.
48.
No. Not where I'm coming at this from a different direction.
You're doing the math in groups of 3, aren't you?
The roster is 60.
Yep.
It's counting up in groups of 3. The math doesn't math.
Yep. The reason why we all picture a French guy in a striped shirt is because that was the French naval uniform. Yep.
Who's 60?
I don't know. Well, remember. Good luck with your job interview.
Good luck, lad. Let's just go, friend.
So let's go back to the roster.
You got to keep remembering as well this thing of
there are 5 chapters of the bargain, and I don't think it's 5 deaths.
And we also got to keep remembering this thing of these folks worked in pairs. The person next to a senior officer a lot of the time is likely to be their, I want to say, intern.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we've still got some unidentified stewards, a couple of unidentified topmen, an unidentified seam, and 2 unidentified sailors. All right. Okay. Cabin man. Wait a minute. Because this steward over here, this is... Hang on, come on. This is the first mate steward. Everyone I watch plays it. Am I really going to say this guy's French just because of his shirt and then discover that? Yes. Yes, they are. Right? Okay. First mate steward, third mate steward, second mate steward. Alright, so hang on. I'm going to get out of here now because we've pretty much identified everybody in this scene and what happens to them. So then let's go spend some more time with our book and see what we still need to investigate. Okay, that's her body. That's the captain being not wanting to be responsible, etc. Okay, so let's take it to the crew manifest now and see who we still need to identify. And maybe what we'll do now is start tracking individuals or making some educated guesses, Who's number 37 that we identified? 37 is the person with the tattoo on his arm, and we still haven't found him in a scene. You right?
Yeah, I am deep in thought.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just pick on him, and we're going to go to him. Who is Timothy? I don't know, because we can't find anybody in these scenes with a tattoo on their arm. It only highlights people who are unidentified, I think. This is a bad way to do this. I think a better way to do it is from the photo, because it lets us see. Okay, here's the captain's steward. There's a dude with his arm hidden. There's a lot of people. I got, 2 diamonds for him now. For the cook. I identified most of these people. Alright, I'm gonna say you are from Sierra Leone, and that you are George Shirley. I'm gonna make some guesses now, based on photographs. We have 2 different Chinese topmen from China. Nope. What about you? Nope. You can only identify people when we see their faces. Are you this person? Are you this person? Yes!
Dude!
I'm brute forcing a bit here. Okay. All right. Let's see what's left. So that's 55 by my math?
Yeah.
So there's 3 left that we should be able to identify. I didn't either, but we're at so few options left now that brute forcing is going to work. Okay, so who have we not got identified from the crew? The 3rd mate. I have a terrible feeling about you, Philip. And a couple of top men.
Every time you say that, I hear William Hootkins go, top men.
Right.
It's just a me thing.
So, we got a cause of death for you. But it still says 3. Hang on, let's go back to your memories. And see if we can now identify who shot you. Because remember, he took a bullet through the wall.
Yep.
So let's go back all the way down to the Orlop deck and see if we can identify who actually shot him now. Yeah, he dies. Yeah, in here. Let's go back to his scene and see if we can identify who it is that hit you through the wall. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta use the windows to line this up, don't we?
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Who is it that shot this guy? Well, let's see who was present. It's whoever that guy over there with no shirt on is. Guy with no shirt on. No, it's not you. Is it the bosun's mate?
No shoes, no shirt, no damn aim.
I can't get back into the scene.
You should be able to.
Well, what I can do is probably go to a previous one.
Okay.
Let's go to part 6. Where they get that guy off the spikes. Oh, did it run to ad break? Sorry, everybody. I'm just going to exit this scene and set up for the one previous so we can see who shirtless McGee with the gun and the bad aim is. Sorry.
Shirtless Mickey. I love it.
The previous scene was my man spiked to the wall here. Right. We'll stay there for a second. How many can you identify before you've got everything before the bargain chapter? Do we know?
No, but going off the math, you've got one more group of 3.
I think so. The map says we can get to 58. Which tells me...
Where's the monkey?
Don't know about the monkey. Don't care much about the monkey. I think somebody gets sacrificed.
That was what I was asking when I said, where's the monkey?
I don't think it's the monkey. I think it's the captain's steward.
I think you could be right.
Because if you look at the... who's still not identified, we don't know what happens to Martin, though he's the next one I'm going to go through. The ship steward and the captain's steward are all missing. And then we've got a couple of these unidentified sailors still. And then this guy he's shot by Nichols. Or maybe this guy's shot by Nichols. Yeah. I hope your charisma stat works out, right? Exactly. We're so close! I want to finish this! Alright, I think we're back, everybody. Hey, KP! We are at 55 identified. We're going through the last ones now. So I'm going to replay the attack before our man dies in the walls.
I've got you.
All right. So who is shirtless Magoo with the gun out here?
I'll get you down.
Oh, I'm on the wrong.